Hello everyone, this is Charles with Neo Kizomba, and with this particular video / audio, I wanted to share an experience that I had. I teach a lot of private lessons. Private lessons are a great way for you to grow in your dancing, to get one-on-one attention from an instructor. And I personally really love teaching private lessons because you really get to give your undivided attention to one particular student to help them grow and progress. And as an instructor, that's the greatest joy, to kind of see your students overcome fear, overcome self-doubt, find out more about themselves. And I had a similar experience, which was quite spiritual, with a very amazing and intelligent and talented woman. Her name is Keya, and I'm sharing the audio recap that we had after our private lesson during one of my trips here in LA. The quote that stands out to me, and it just keeps portraying itself over and over again, is the dance is what happens in between the steps. I'll let Keya introduce herself and then also lead into the audio, but I really hope that this inspires you to keep learning, to keep going down the path of self-discovery through dance.
My name is Keya, and I've been dancing Kizomba for a little less than a year. My background is in psychology and spiritual care, and all of my life I have loved dance because in it I see freedom, in it I see grace, balance with control. For me, personal development is synonymous with spiritual growth. Spiritual growth is about becoming my authentic true self. I am a spiritual being having a human experience, so to me, everything is spiritual. Absolutely everything is spiritual, and everything is interconnected. Naturally, when Kizomba became a part of my life, I knew it would be a part of my journey of authenticity, my journey of self-exploration, healing, and growth. Dance is intertwined with all aspects of my life. Dance has nurtured my soul. I have allowed it to guide me to know myself deeper. And because I love to grow, I continue to take classes and workshops to increase my skills. And as I develop my dancing skills, my overarching goal is that I want to have more access to my body when I dance, so that I can move in ways that are more expressive, whether it's to the music, to the response to my lead, or just to my own personal creativity. After all, I am the artist and my body is the medium. At times, I felt limits in my body movements. I've learned through my studies on energetic healing that when the movement in our body feels limited, there most likely can be an energetic block that's inhibiting that movement. Several weeks before I had my most recent lesson with Charles, I had an intensely healing Reiki session. In that session, I learned that my lower 3 chakras, my root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus needed some extra healing attention. And by that, I mean a combination of releasing old energies and receiving more support from spirit. I had been doing some work to strengthen and heal those chakras, and the work involved various self-healing activities, meditations, and just a constant awareness that I am supported by the universe. In my lesson with Charles, the process of healing my lower chakras continued. It became this beautiful experience. Together we created this amazing, sacred, intentional space where my self-awareness and my healing continued.
There we go. It's recording now. All right.
Okay. So the masculine and the feminine.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple months ago, so the way this kind of got introduced to me in a Reiki session, my friend was doing Reiki, and she's like, the energy on your right side is very strong, which is your masculine side. Energy on your left side is very weak. So she began to ask me about growing up and what it was like. But I think because she had to engage so much in the masculine energy, that I also became very strong in my masculine energy. My right energy flow goes very, very well. But my ability, I never saw my mom in her feminine, right? So then I didn't know how to model that feminine. And so thus I don't know how to receive. So my left side of my body is weaker. My hand grip is weaker. I feel less stable when I'm on my left leg. And so I know that has to do with my receiving side, my welcoming spirit, the floor, the ground, the person, my muscles, trusting my very body to receive the support that I need, right? So I think for me that's the masculine, the feminine. So I was noticing the difference, like which hip it was easier for me.
So I felt when we were teasing more on when we switched to your left and you had to use your left to be the most stable one, and we're teasing on the right, that's when we felt the most, I guess, wobble nearly.
Right, exactly. Like I even have pain in my left heel sometimes because I know I'm disproportionate. Even like I feel like my hips are lopsided sometimes, but that has to do with the left side. Just literally, my friend was like, the energy is colder on your left side. She's like, you must have some mother wounding, some significant mother wounding, which is very true.
That's crazy.
So somehow I've learned to clench. So this, okay. I'm hearing, I feel like I'm hearing too. So the clenching of all of those muscles, like that basket that holds, and like all of those muscles that go this way and then go this way, is my effort to control and to feel safe. And
I was saying release.
Exactly. Yeah, this is my effort to control and feel safe. And somehow that was how I learned that, because I didn't feel safe and secure growing up at all. I felt, and I'm a very sensitive soul, and I feel a lot. So like, so for example, in close position, like once Robbie helped me to realize that I have all these points of connection, I'm on. Like there's probably nothing you could throw my way connected to you that I won't feel. But I don't know yet what it is about the separation that all of a sudden I freeze. I don't quite know what that is.
I just see it as an extension of the connection. I don't feel like it's any less connected.
Right.
But it just takes experience, or I guess comfort in being in that space. But it does require, it is a little bit more independence versus like. Go ahead.
No, you go finish. No, you finish.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay. So I was thinking about, so this Reiki session I had, angelic Reiki session. So the practitioner was telling me, she's like, so number one is like your root chakra, then also your sacral chakra, which is here, which is why the statement about anxiety and accepting the anxiety. So the sacral chakra is about confidence, right? So I think
that was the magic that you were saying. What's this magic when I had you compress? I guess you compressed over. I don't know why I feel over my chakra, and that's what I was activating, I guess. And that's like the muscle under your organs, I guess.
Just right in this kind of like
exactly
piece here.
So I had you compressed there, and I stepped, and like you felt there was a lot. It was stable, you know. And you're like, what's this magic?
Right. What is this magic? And it could be that because you have a good balance in your lower chakras, it could be why I feel better close to you, right? So when so I hear what you're saying as far as the connection being, this is an extension of a closer connection. But I think for me, so I think about my inner child, maybe it feels like, oh, your sacral chakra feels good, your root chakra feels really good, because there's something in me that's like wants to stabilize. So I'm giving you that stabilization. Exactly. I was like, don't go away, stay right here. Although I can still feel that at a distance, but I think if I was to think of myself as a little child, right, and to think like, what is that inner child wanting, right? The inner child is wanting to feel that part of them nurtured, right? So, yes. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay, so that's all the spiritual stuff. So I feel like I do want to talk about the mechanics.
Yes, we should.
Yeah. Wow.
So
that's a lot of work. That's a lot of spiritual work.
So what we were working on was getting you to really depend on one side while moving the other leg. So if you're like standing everything on your left, like teasing the weight on your right, and then having it not affect the stable leg or the leg of stability.
And that something resonated to me when you said that too. It's like that whole side of my body, like, and
from the heel all the way up to your shoulder, like it's just stable, and that allows you to move the other leg with just 0.001 of that weight in any direction, and like you're there, you know. And so the exercise that we're doing, just standing in place, was that. And then when we did the X steps, which is what we did in the workshop, was just an extension of that. Put all your weight on your right. Now step back small on your left. And a full rock step, the weight at the hip has to release. We push, we grow, come back, and do the same thing on the other side. So it's kind of like an exercise on both sides, and then we do the same thing coming forward. But after we did it a couple of times, and then I took it from ABC, and then I went right to, like, I don't know, P with the dance. And like, but it made sense.
It did, yeah, it did. And what I was telling myself, I was like, you're supported, you can release. You're supported, you can release. Like, and then as I was saying that, I felt my confidence build. So that's
and that's when I saw like your spine started to like come up more.
Oh, it's deep.
So your confidence is being physically manifested in your posture.
Yeah. So this is interesting because so when you're teaching classes, you know, like sometimes you're going to tell people stuff and it's not going to click.
Yeah.
Because, and I've thought about this doing Reiki for dancers, because I feel like people bombard themselves with criticism, but their body physically can't do something because there is something that's happening energetically. Once you energetically clear, then you can do it. Some things are going to come more natural to us because we are already cleared in that area, right? But some things you could tell people 50 million times and
I've had people like that.
Right. I remember saying you, like, when you would, like, I kept questioning the Oreo and, like, the shadow of the booty and all that. It's because I did not have language because I was so disconnected. And it may seem weird to say that I'm disconnected, but as far as my sacral and root chakra, definitely.
Well, there's levels of connection, you know?
Yeah.
So... And I guess the practice of dancing by yourself is get you to become more bodily aware of yourself, and just dancing to the beat. But like you have the rhythm inside you. Once we cleared that energy thing, like we just were able to just cruise, and jump on the freeway, you know? Right.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And I could definitely see myself, you know, having that mantra, like that you're supported, you can release, like, while I'm practicing, like take the 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
But I even think too, so I know your words were saying like release your hip. What and you tell me if this is what you also mean. Like toward the end, I was like, oh, I can release all of my hips.
Yeah.
And when I release all of my hips, everything does what I want it to do, you know?
There's no tension.
Right. There's just no tension.
Even with the syncopations, it's just like one fluid motion.
Yeah.
And then you saw like when we're dancing, I gave you the frame, like look how light my frame is.
Right.
And we're on the beat. And then if I want to interject something or do something musical, I just have to like give a slight indication of intention.
Right.
And then we go back to the fluid flow again.
Yeah. Something, so we were talking about the finger, like the connection drills, and something was like an aha moment for me when you said, like, I felt like the whole body is a finger. The whole body is a finger.
Yeah. It's like a plasma globe.
Yeah.
Where you touch any fingertip, that's where you can feel what's going on, you know?
Like it's lightly touch you with my fingertips and feel everything. Right? So that's like visual. And then... what else was I going to say?
I guess the two main flags that when we felt the most disconnected was when the hips were tense or tight, and when you lost sight of me.
Yeah.
Other than that, like the dance felt really, really good.
I can't believe that's all we did today. I felt like we did like so much. I was going to say something else. So I think too, I'm coming to a place, I think in my own healing and development, that it's less about taking your cue for the lead, not the cue, and it's there. So I'm not trying to devalue it. What I'm learning is that, like, because I felt like before in my journey in dancing, it was more like, oh, I need to like follow your cue. I need to follow your cue. I need to follow your cue. But really, I need to be grounded in myself, and then the journey that we take together.
Definitely,
comes, you know. And then of course you have the role of the person that's choosing to lead or follow.
For sure.
Those words aren't adequate right now, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like there's more to say about that. But yeah, I feel like it's like...
So my favorite dances in Europe were with women who were completely in their element.
Yeah, confident. They didn't care less about, not care less about you.
For
but
sure.
they were in there, like, I'm confident and not sassy, but you know.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. But just within themselves,
right.
by far, those are my favorite dances.
Yeah.
Versus me, and I don't know if, like, having to hold their hand or like coddling a little bit to like make sure that they're okay in each step. It's like, no, I got this. And then that allowed me to shine more, and then we're just shown together.
And I will say that of the festivals that I've gone to, and the European women that dance, especially the women from France, like, I love their confidence, man.
Yeah.
I am drawn. I'm just like, oh my God, yes, that is it. Like, I want that. I do feel like also in the States, and this may be more a gender issue, I don't know that that's always welcomed. Because when you come, well, when you have different exposure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do feel like, so this is more political and women's energy and the feminist perspective and womanist perspective too, like of allowing the woman to be. So we had these guys, the guys that were visiting the night on Friday, Montreal. Oh my God, like I danced with the one light skinned guy and I was like, oh my God, he's giving me so much freedom. This was amazing, but I'm so scared. I mean, now I'm not scared, but it's something different about the perspective of the woman and the culture. So often, like when you're not here, or if we're not dancing with people from France, I don't often get that opportunity to explore the confidence and to explore the root chakra. I don't often get it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. But it seems like that's really weird because, like, I mean, here in the U.S., more than anything, we champion the whole feminist and equality. Yeah.
That's a whole conversation.
I think
we think that I think on surface we do, but I think there's okay. I think how we define it frames how we champion it. Okay, so if we see women a particular way, we say this is women's freedom, then of course the culture is going to look like it's supporting.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Also, this is still very hypothetical because I'm giving experiences of men from France that I've danced with that have the ability to come to the United States. Yeah. Okay, so that may be different, me going there and dancing, because the level of privilege to travel is another issue. But that's something to think about as far as feminists, and I happen to be taking a womanist class this semester, so we'll be exploring that more.
Okay.
But anyway, so now we're getting into other stuff. But okay, what other tidbits for body mechanics?
Dance more on your heels.
On my heels?
No, in your heels.
Oh, in my heels. Okay.
Dance more in your heels so you're comfortable with those. Record yourself while you're dancing so you can see how your steps look to the music that you're hearing, because I feel you hear the music very well. And so it's just being able to embody that. And the more self-sufficient you are, the better follower you're going to become, for sure.
Right. So you mean it's like style?
Or just be comfortable with your steps. Like if we're doing a saída or something like that, just finding that, you know. And the saída is basically one step forward. Yeah. I'm saying one step to the back, 4 steps to the front, you know. Yeah. With this slight chest thing going on, you know. But it'll be good to see, like, how often do you see yourself dance? Not often. Yeah. I feel like you should have a image in your brain of what you look like when you dance.
So when we were doing the really close connection, like, and you're saying make sure like the boobies are both there, and we were doing that super close connection, like with the leg stuff, and your goal for that was
to be connected and to follow my steps and to feel stable. So I was kind of like trying to build some confidence in close position with your steps with a more advanced move, and then have that take that confidence and then like connect it to an open position. So sometimes it's like, okay, let's do like a hoorah in close position, do something that's not basic, and then now let's do something basic in open position.
Good, very good. That's why you're good at what you do. Yeah.
I think that's about it.
I think that's it too. Cool. Signing off.
Signing off.